All right, so look, man, we back again, another episode, and to be real, it's been a little minute, but I felt like for us to come back, we needed to have one of the biggest artists in the state right now come through to kick things back off, and so that's what we did. Got my boy Trap Dicky in the building. What up, Trap?
What's good? What's good? What's good?
Cool, man.
Glad to be here. Glad to be here.
All right, so where you coming from?
I'm coming from Hartsville, South Carolina. We're talking about like 3 hours away on the PD area, 843 area.
Okay. And the thing is, you really been moving a lot, bro.
I'm just trying, staying out the way, moving, and just trying.
Yeah. All right, so for the folks that don't know who Trap Dicky is, go ahead and let them know.
Trap Dicky, I'm not going to call it as a spade, but I'm going to say it like I want to say it. I'm one of the biggest artists, not the biggest, but one of the biggest artists from South Carolina. I got one of the biggest hits coming out of South Carolina for the summertime called Blue Devils. Not only do I got that, I got a tape that's going to drop real soon for the summertime called The Preacher's Grandson. And I'm just one of the guys that put in the work for South Carolina and love to be a Carolina representative.
Yeah, and you also describe yourself as the face of Carolina.
Like I said, I ain't gonna describe it as that. You can call it what you want. A spade is a spade, but I'm just one of the biggest artists.
Yeah. All right, so let's talk about that Blue Devils because I feel like that's one of the songs that has brought a lot of light to you. It has brought a lot of light to the state of South Carolina. So let's talk about that song. How did it come about?
Actually, I was listening to Big Yavo, and he got this producer called Loco, and I like to mess with the local producers or the young producers. And actually, I reached out to him and asked him if he had any beats for me or anything, and we linked up. He played a couple beats. I jumped on him, and the sample, it was really just a sample wave at the time. Everybody was jumping on the samples, and I felt like it was a good one, and I went with it. To be honest, like I tell a lot of artists, you got to promo yourself. I actually promoted myself and just took it and ran with it. I felt like I liked the song good enough, and I paid a good bit of promo money behind it and did what I had to do.
So how long did it take you to cook that song up?
I ain't gonna lie to you. You can ask anybody about me if they ever been in the studio with me. Like, we talking 30 minutes to an hour top. Like, I don't take long in the studio. I go ahead and do what I got to do and get on through.
Yeah. So how does it make you feel, to know you can go in the studio and drop a song that quickly and it do it Blue Devils is doing?
To be honest, like I could tell you, music wasn't a dream as a child, so I look at it as more of a business thing. Like, it's more of a business, and I got the talent for it. So just keep practicing your talent, and I just do what I do.
All right. So you talked about how you put a lot into promo. We ain't gonna talk specifically how much you put into it, but what's a good number that you feel like artists should be aiming for to be able to push your campaign?
Well, put it like this: the balance that you have, whatever balance that you got, put the total of what you got in 1/3 of it. 1/3 of whatever you got of your money. If you got 300,000, put 1/3 of it. If you got 100,000, put 1/3 of it. Like, take your money just like you take your time and put the money involved in.
Yeah. And I see a lot of people talking about how it's cool to have a job or a side hustle to fund your music career. Do you feel like that's something that you do got to do like this?
Definitely. If you don't want to be out in the streets trying to find a way in it, to be honest, you might as well get a job. I'm not going to say everybody needs a job. You can own yourself. You can own your business. You can treat everything like you really wanted to make it. Like, just like an NBA dream, just like a football dream, just like going to college, graduating high school. Once you set your goal, do it. Like, take the money that you're making. I'm not going to say you got to get a 9 to 5. If you know you want a real serious job, get a real serious job, but use the money to invest in yourself. Anything. Everybody got to invest in themselves in any type of way. Clothes, shoes, music, anything. But just take the time and invest in yourself, and it's going to work.
Yeah. And so, to be real, bro, you really in a space right now where a lot of people would love to be in your shoes. They trying to get to your shoes. You making it from the streets. You starting to hit that mainstream level. What's some advice you would give another artist that's in the streets right now but trying to, get that national recognition like you get?
Don't take nothing for granted. Like, don't take life for granted. Don't take nothing for granted, period. And if you want something, really just try it. Like, you don't have to sacrifice everything you got to get where you want to be at. Because once you sacrifice everything you got to get where you want to be at, you ain't gonna have nothing that you wanted to be. That you wanted to have when you're there. So, to be honest, I just want to tell everybody to invest in yourself, promo yourself for sure, and stay true to yourself. Like, don't change up to when you know things is coming, the big lights is going to start showing on you. Just don't change up. Stay to yourself. Stay true to yourself.
Has it been hard to separate the streets from the music?
Nah, like, me being honest, I never was a little person in a situation. Like, when I jumped in the streets, I jumped in head first. I never was underneath nobody. I always been by myself. So it was like my street life what kind of made the music, if I'm saying it right.
Yeah.
Like the street life what kind of made it easy for me to do music because I was already somebody in the streets. Like it wasn't like I started making music and try to jump in the streets with it.
Yeah.
It was like the streets basically helped me do my music. It kind of pushed me towards the music.
I mean, you really just talking about your life, putting your experiences on a record.
Yeah, that's all I do. Like, it ain't like I gotta lie about anything. Like, if I said it, I probably did it. If I didn't do it, somebody else probably did it. It's a big probably in it, but like I said, I stay focused. I stay true to myself, and I try not to change.
Yeah, and to be real with you, I really see you as, the next face of South Carolina, if not already. And so the reason I mention that, we all know when you're in your hometown, people that done grew up with you, they like, man, I know Lil Trap Dicky from when he was back in elementary, middle, whatever. They hate on you. They feel like, you shouldn't be where you at. So how do you deal with that? Because I know you're getting it.
Like, to be honest, I can't say I get a lot of hate because I never had a bad face card, like, growing up. But, of course, you're going to get hate wherever you go. But when you got a picture like this, like I said, it's only 4,000 people in my neighborhood. And not my neighborhood, my town, period. The population is 4,000 people. So if it's only 4,000 people and half of 4,000 people know me, and half of the 4,000 people that do know me probably would do something for me, it's like, why would I even care about somebody hating when I know I got too much power and too much influence in my town? So it's like the hate don't even come across me a lot. It's like it might come, but it's just like a wind blowing. It goes in and out.
You ain't even worried about it.
Yeah, it wouldn't faze me because I know the power I got, the opportunity I have, and the stuff I can do to mess it up. Like I can't do that while I'm in this predicament. I can't use that type of power to mess up any situation I got going.
And I like that you say that because I see a lot of upcoming artists, they fire, they have emotion, but then they still messing it up. They still doing dumb stuff. They still getting caught up in this and that. And I ask, is it hard to separate the streets from the music, this and that? How do you just continue to stay out the way? Because it's easy to get pulled right back in.
Like I said from the beginning, like I ain't come in as a little guy. Like I always came in for some reason. I don't know if that was God blessing. It was like I always came in as somebody. So it's not hard when you the biggest of your situation for somebody to tell you what to do and what not to do. It's like I gotta control my situation because I know I'm who they depend on. Like I can't be going head first when I know they depend on me. So somebody got to do the thinking. Somebody got to do everything.
Yeah. So let's talk about Blue Devils. You got the remix with DaBaby, right?
Yeah. I really actually do. I got the remix. I ain't gonna say just the remix with him. Like me and bro locked in. We got a good bit of songs. Like bro, a real deal rapper, homeboy. Like he'll show you he can be this rapper. Then right after the session, it's like, hey, we back homeboy. It's like,
that's hard.
Like he is to me, I look at DaBaby as he do it as a business too. Like it's like he clock in and then he clock right back out.
Yeah, no, that's hard. So what's that feeling like just being in the room with him, watching him work? Because at the same time, he's at a huge level. And so that's a level you're trying to get to. What it feel like just being in that room watching that man work?
To be honest, I can't say I compared it to myself, but that's the first artist I can say I actually felt like, yo, this is like he's really one of those. Like he's not here to play. Like he's here on time. Hey, I'm here. I'm about to do this session, and boom, right after the session, hey, what's up? How you doing? What's good? Boom.
Yeah.
Like straight politicking.
And what I love about him is he's so Carolina.
Yeah. Like that's the thing about it. Like a lot of artists could have reached out to try to do that. Like he actually reached out and showed so much love. Like
so he reached out to you for it?
Yeah, I ain't gonna say he reached out to me. I've been reaching out to DaBaby all my rap career. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm a fan of DaBaby, so I ain't gonna say he just automatically reached out to me. Like I sent it to a bunch of people that kind of put it in his face.
Okay, yeah.
Just like, I done seen him before. Like come holler at me.
See, just putting in that work.
Yeah, putting in the work. Like I said, investing in yourself. Like just for me sending it to this person, even paying this person to play it.
Yeah.
Knowing that he could be in the club type, like anything.
Yeah, and so me even hearing that, I'm like, bro, salute. Like, because that's what you supposed to do. You never know where that record is going to end up. Just send it out.
Yeah, you got to try. Like, if you would to me, like I said, if you're trying to make it to the NBA, you're trying to score every time you get a chance. It's just like that in a music game. It's all business.
Yeah, yeah. So big record right now that's getting ready to come out. So is it already out?
No.
Okay. So when we gonna get it?
I don't know to be honest.
Okay. But get ready to shoot the video for it.
For sure.
I already know you finna shut the city down with it.
For sure. Like I said, we in the country. You know we shutting it down.
Yeah. All right. So what's next after that? After this record right here, because you got your album that you're getting ready to drop soon.
Actually, I got so many, I can say big time features. I ain't gonna speak on the names, all of them, but I really got like a good bit of big time features that I know gonna go on this tape. Like I can't just sit here and not show the love to all the other artists. Like Baby is the only like Carolina, like how can I say, Carolina legend that ever reached out to me. So yeah, he's already legendary in Carolina. So I got a lot of other artists, like big time artists that done reached out to me and showed some love too, for real, really reached out, showed love, told me to pull up and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So just be expecting for a lot of big time artists to be on the tape.
Yeah, I bet. And so really, you had to be on go then. You talking about these artists hitting you, like pull up. Like, how has your life changed from a couple years ago to now?
It changed a lot. I ain't gonna sit here and lie, but I'm big on being in my kids' faces. Like I say last year I went in their face as much as I am this year. Like even with all the stuff going on, I really take that time out now to be in their face way more than I was a couple years ago.
Okay.
Like even though this the hardest I ever grinded and most I ever ran around, this the most I ever had them. Like in their faces over and over and over.
Okay. So it's definitely big to say, or important to say that family is big to you.
Oh yeah, family is really the biggest thing to me. Like it's always about the family. And I really don't have fans. I have family. Like I treat my fans like family. Everybody is family to me because they all care about the success. Like you got to think about somebody actually watching you come up from 10,000 followers to 100,000 followers. They feel like they family. They feel like they watched the whole thing happen.
Yeah. So you just got back from LA. Did an interview on No Jumper.
Yeah.
How is that? Because that's one of the biggest interview platforms out.
Oh, it felt good to be really. I was more nervous coming to do one in Carolina, like here, before I'll be nervous going out of town.
Why is that?
Because like when you go out of town, like you gotta think about the big lights on you, man.
Okay.
I'm like for some reason when the big lights is on me, I'm really hard to like. I gotta represent Carolina. I gotta do this for the hometown. I gotta do it. But then when like the people that I always wanted to do, like just like this right here, like when they reach out, it'll be like, oh snap, I'm on the big lights. Like this is where everybody really from Carolina is listening. Like you feel me? Like somebody grandma riding around listening right now in Carolina. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that's hard. You know, I'm glad that you really stamped in Carolina and continuing to take us with you too, because a lot of artists, you know, they do get some attention and start move on, but it seems like they forget about Carolina.
I mean, me growing up, like being in the clubs and seeing how many artists come here first before they actually blow, it's like, why wouldn't we speak about we are one of the biggest marketed to me? Mm-hmm. Like all the artists that blow up, they always come here first. Or when I see they big shows, they be like, dog, hey, he was at the beach or something. And they be like, dang.
Yeah.
Like, but nobody will never say, like, we the ones. And then I think about it, like, we be the ones that get these artists like they first show money, like the me on the East Coast, like the East and South Coast, like the me.
Nah, you right. Like that's really how it go. And so, you know, I done saw like Big Fats podcast screaming them. They done talked about how Atlanta is a cash cow for them. Like they purposely run their artists through Carolina or small country towns, get them popping, get their buzz up, and then move on. So it is crazy that we don't hear that, take that, and do what we need to do here to be in the same position.
Yeah.
Do you think it's a mindset, crab in the bucket mindset?
Nah, I actually don't feel like it's a crab in the bucket mindset. I actually feel like it's just that we so small. Like you got to understand the population is so small that it grasps, but we don't spread. Like basically, if I got 100,000 listeners in Greenville, but I got 10,000 listeners back where I'm from, like. People might look at the 100,000 as more than the 10,000, but the population is smaller back there with the 10,000 at. Yeah. So I'm more powerful with a 10,000 at than in Greenville where it's 100. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's a different type of population. The people is basically what I'm saying is where it's small at, we might not catch on to it faster to spread it, but we there though. I don't feel like it's a crab in a bucket. I just feel like we just not getting looked at.
So do you feel like we need to leave South Carolina to get on?
No, I actually feel like we just gotta come together. Like, it's like you see a bug. If you see one, you might not worry about it. But if you see a bunch of them, you know you gotta kill
them. Got a problem.
Like, if you see a bunch of ants, there's a bunch of them. Like, I just feel like we all get together and show them what's going on. You can't deny it. Like, we got what people say they got too in their city.
Yeah. And I appreciate you for coming up here. Greenville, you from the Low Country.
Oh, yeah.
Why do you think it's such a big separation between pretty much the upstate and the Low Country?
The road, like the road. Period. Like
driving.
Like, you gotta think about where we from. It's probably you won't even see 3-4 lanes. You really don't see an interstate. That what stops a lot of us from moving. Literally, the road. Who wants to drive on the interstate 3-4 hours and you still in South Carolina?
Yeah. But I ain't even gonna hold you. Me being from up here, I don't be wanting to drive down to them 2-lane roads to the country. I ain't got no shit.
Same thing. So that's why we never meet. Like, you gotta think about it. If we from Carolina at the low end, what area would we go to? Like,
probably Columbia, probably, I guess.
You know what I'm saying? Like, me and my partner, we were just joking. We were like, yo, we 2 hours from Atlanta. But, like, literally, we this close to Atlanta, you don't even feel like.
An hour and a half from Charlotte.
You feel what I'm saying?
Literally right there.
So that's the only thing that stopped the connection, really be the roads.
Okay,
Like, that's it.
So, what's your travel schedule like?
Man, we on the road every other day. Like, it's to the point now, I even took the kids to their first show. Like, come on, like, we on the road now.
How was that? Did you bring them on stage and everything?
Yeah, okay. I brought my boys on stage. Like, it was their first time. I was surprised about what they was doing.
Dancing and everything, just
dancing and everything, singing the words. They was lit. They showed out for me.
Okay, so they love all your music?
Oh yeah, I try to keep my kids off the music sometimes, or at least let them hear the clean version. So, because like I said, my kids living the best life they probably ever live, and it's gonna get better. So they try to do too much bragging. I gotta bring them back home to regular life. Like, nah, can't go to school like that.
Yeah. And I feel like that's a big thing too. Like, kids, they see in the entertainment business these rappers flashy with guns and all of that. I do feel like it's a heavy influence on them.
Oh yeah.
So I do think it's important for artists and people that's in the spotlight, like myself, radio personalities, to be that positive influence for the kids. Because they already see enough of the negative stuff in the videos and on TV, movies. So we got to use our voice at the same time.
Definitely, because you never know. Like, you never know that some of these kids actually grow up and listen to our music. Like, I kind of finally got in that stage now where I'm realizing, like, yo, I've been rapping a couple, like, little years, so 4 to 5 years. Like, damn, some of these, like, some of these kids done grew up to listening to Trap Dicky. It's crazy to me. Like, some of these kids actually grew up listening to him.
Now you really him now.
Yeah.
All right, so the album coming out, and then you just released All Purple, the single out. So you did. When is the album coming out? Did you say?
No, I actually didn't say.
Okay,
it's definitely gonna be out before the summer ends.
Okay,
I'm definitely gonna release before the summer ends, and be on the lookout before a bunch of things before that come.
Okay,
we're gonna have a great summer this year.
Now let us hear something. What you got coming?
I definitely got a two-way type of video, like 2 videos in one, like a movie type scene. So that's gonna be done. Like I said, I got so many big features that I know I'm gonna release. I gotta give one of them out before the tape drop, because I don't want to just load the tape up with big features.
Okay.
And like I said, a bunch of music on podcasts I'm jumping on that a lot of people don't know I'm gonna be on. I'm definitely gonna be representing Carolina everywhere I'm going. So it's gonna be a lot of Trap Dicky everywhere. Yeah,
no, I love that. You explained that perfect. A whole lot of Trap Dicky everywhere. Moving around, spreading the name, spreading the brand. So let's get it. Trap Dicky in the building. Tap in live.
Carolina, you gotta make sure you put the Carolina part in there.
All right, so look, go ahead and let everybody know where they can find you on social media, your music, all that.
Man, you definitely can look me up as what I said from the jump. My name is my name, Trap Dicky, everywhere. On Instagram, look me up as Trap Dicky. Facebook, Trap Dicky. Twitter, Trap Dicky. But I don't have no Snapchat, I don't think. No Snapchat. But everything else, you can find me on Trap Dicky. On YouTube, look up Trap Dicky, and you're going to have fun.
All right, so let's get it, man. Trap Dicky live in the building, tapped in live. Your boy DJ Montana, and we out of here.
We out of here.